Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. A little bit of Oakflower up in this piece in the form of their seed bomb. They call us a 7% garden ale. I don't know what a garden ale is. I thought this was a collab with The Seed because it kind of makes sense, Seed Bomb, but it's just their jam, so that's me assuming things. A garden ale. What does a garden ale mean? I don't know, but we're going to find out. It comes at 7% alcohol by volume, and that's all we get. We don't get anything else in a can, no dates. Like, it's from the brewery. I went there. My buddy Vinny did a little hangs, watching a little Premier League openers, and it intrigued me. So here we go. I just came back from vacation. Took my kid. Okay, so we're talking about 7% hazy pale. Took my wife and my son on vacation to just a couple days, midweek, Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Went from Tuesday, came back on Friday. We had a blast. There was a hurricane, or at least tropical hurricane south. So the first day was beautiful. The next couple days, not so much, but there's so much stuff to do. I was born in Point Pleasant, not super far away from us, so we had fun. But yeah, Jersey. Breweries, beers, hurricanes, beaches. Here we are. So, listen, 7% garden ale. Sure. Call it what you will. To me, that is 7% haze. And very epically good-looking haze, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, look at that thing. Just that opaque-y, semi-opaque, kind of milky kind of a tone to it. Definitely has those kind of turbid vibes going on with it. Give it a whirl, head comes back to a nice pinky finger, just off white head. Just looks all the part of epically good haze. Or, sorry, epically good garden ale. So yeah, looks the part of, sure, let's get those. Okay. The biggest thing I pull out of this, lemon. Don't get a lemon ton of beer, so maybe there is a little F-doggery going on with this beer that makes it something beyond a typical hazy. Yeah, it's a cornucopia, shall we say, of fruitiness, but it really, this kind of lemoniness kind of pops out at me as like the big kind of thumbprint on this sucker. I mean, you're getting huge citrus, lemon being the largest part of that show, and you're getting this kind of like little bit of shaved corner kind of sweetness, like heavily oated vibes. Kind of makes sense what the way the beer kind of looks, but it really is this kind of bright summery citrus with heavy dealings of lemon vibes, and it doesn't say anything about lemon peel in here. I don't know if they're using like lemon drop. What's the other one that's like super lemony? Lemon drop. There's one, oh man, I always forget which the other one is that gives out a ton of lemon, at least for me. Maybe I'll think about it throughout the review. But it has just this rich citrus head that is more lemon than orange, and I'm kind of here for it. I dig it. I like the way this is expressing on the nose. Really curious to see how the taste follows through. Cheers. Yeah, man. We're going to look this one up. We're going to do it at the end of the review just because I'm hyper curious about it. But the amount of lemoniness that comes out of this is just amazing, but it complements the beer so well. Maybe this is why they're calling it garden ale, because there's that little bit of twist on lemon on there. Maybe they thought of the name afterwards. Maybe they thought about it beforehand because they're using that lemon drop, that other one that I can't think of, that really expresses a ton of lemons. But it has this beautiful mouthfeel to it. Sultry, silky, turbid without being heavy. Pulling that fun trick, 7%. Comes off every bit of that 7% too. If we think about this as a hazy double IPA, it's definitely drinking that weight class. A nice, beautiful sweetness to it. Has that heavily oated, not vanilla-y, but heavily oated, almost like slightly lactosey vibe to it without getting too heavy-handed, but you can tell there's none of those adjuncts in there. There's a really nice carbonation to it. When you get that kind of heavier, or hefty, I should say not heavier, because it's not heavy, but it's turbid without being too heavy. Mouthfeel with a nice carbonation to it. I think it ends up expressing a lot of the flavors that are naturally in the beer, which is always a bonus. This is a really fun beer. Let's put it this way before we even get into it. 100% Mount Rushmore status for garden ales. Because it's the first, so it defaults to that. Even if it was the worst, it would be on the Mount Rushmore. But if there were, like, let's say 40 on that list of garden ales, it would still be up there. You know what I mean? Because it is just that tasty of a beer. So let's kind of take that garden ale shtick. We'll throw it in our pocket and call this double IPA for the sake of conversation here, for the sake of y'all, for the sake of my stress levels. It is super fun, man. It is super fun. Again, the way it is expressing that lemon portion of the show here, on top of that nice kind of like spritzy, summery citrus, on top of that nice kind of brighter kind of, we're thinking all the pineapple, all the citrus, all the lemons, all those brighter kind of tropical fruits. A generic, albeit absolutely perfect bittering on this, acting as a counterbalance. It's something that's not overtly sweet, but I don't think if you have that palate, I don't want to say numbing because I don't want to make it sound that aggressive, but that flat, washed over kind of bittering on your tongue. I think this beer gets a little bit too much in one direction of sweetness. This is really good stuff. Like, really good stuff. Yeah, I mean, all jokes here. Mount Rushmore status garden now. Calling it a IPA, hazy IPA. I think it's still Mount Rushmore status. Honestly, for me, you know, you take that lemon portion of the show. I think it's good. It's on the outside looking in. It's worthy. Blah blah blah. But I think when you throw that cool lemon portion of the show in there, that is not overpowering, but super super purposeful and super super meaningful. Man, it's such an interesting beer. It's worthy of being up there. Absolutely, at least for this guy. And that's what Mount Rushmore is. You know, it's my personal kind of grading scale. It's one of the better ones I've had as of late, which is as far as I want to go when it comes to rating beer. Man, this is really fun. I'm glad I brought this home. I split a 4-pack. Well, actually, got 2 4-packs. This is another beer from Oakflower, and we just kind of swapped out. So we got 2 of each, me and Vinny. And I'm glad I picked it up because honestly, it is a super cool, super well done, fun, hazy / garden ale. Let's look it up right now. I said Mount Rushmore status. Yes, valued availability. A 4-pack of this, I think, was $16. 4-pack of 12-ounce cans. Keep that in mind. And I want to say brewery only, but I'm lucky enough to where I can find their stuff on shelves by me, but very limited. And say, if you like what, will you like this? If you like hazy IPA, man, and you dig on some cool lemon action, we're going to look up this beer and see what hops are in it if we can find it. And then we're going to look up that other lemon hop I can't remember right now. Oakflower, Garden Ale. It's called Seabell. Let's see if we can find anything about this thing. Yeah, Untapped calls it a New England Hazy. It's lavender. There's a cross between Loki Salt culinary lavender. I call that lemon. They call it a ginger beer-esque hazy. I get that, man. Everybody's palate's different. I read this. This makes all the sense in the world for me. For me, and I can get see, I get it. I get lavender, but for me, lavender is I'm so sensitive to it that it's such a low level. But obviously it shows its face. I obviously I wouldn't have guessed lavender because it didn't. But man, it is super super fun. And outside of this beer, lemon leaning hops. It's gonna piss me off. Lemon drop, 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 lemon drop. It's not gonna pop up either. It's gonna piss me off. Oh, usually I'm in homebrew forums. Okay, it's something. When I see it, I'm gonna be like, "Ooh." No, we're at the hop site right now. Oh, I know this is scintillating. Um, Beer tube. Rain. Hazie Medusa. Waka. It's not on here. Maybe it's a hop that just gives me lemon. So that's why I just on it. Sriracha Ace! There it is. Oh, that's the one I couldn't think of. Sriracha Ace always gives me a ton of lemon. So it was kind of like one of those things where he's got Sriracha Ace or lemon drop hop in it. Um, yeah, no, this is fantastic stuff, and honestly, one of the better. Let's phrase it this way: one of the better hazies I've had as of late. Absolutely one of the best, interesting hazies because of that lemon slash lavender ginger beer kind of vibes that it's thrown out there. Super cool, love it. Glad I have an extra. So we went through the whole thing, brewery only. I feel like what the lemony thing, and we're done. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the review. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive for the podcasting stuff. Oakflower, have you been to the brewery? I have on several occasions. I implore you, very, very tiny brewery. Actually, they just kind of expand their tap room a little bit. I believe a little bit more seating room. But man, their beers are absolutely fantastic. They had a cream ale when I was there. They had a couple lagers. They usually have like something on. They have a hand pump, I believe, that they have. They'll put stuff on, hoppy stuff, saison, a lot of like mixed ferment stuff like that. They had barrel aged stout, like a whole bunch of stuff. That's what they actually had in the pub was the barrel aged stout. So if you're in that kind of, they're called Summit, New Jersey. The best way I could put it is Newark-y area. You know what I mean? Kind of, sort of Newark Southwest. If you're in that area, Morris Plainsy, kind of that kind of area, man, definitely worth checking out. 100% worth checking out. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. And hopefully you're enjoying some local beer right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.